the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Democracy in America was on the brink 2 years ago today. Now, on the anniversary of the January 6th attack, we are talking about how the day is being remembered in the district.
Meanwhile, Congress still out of business after 3 days of votes and still no House Speaker. How chaos and political theater is directly impacting D.C. laws and what to expect when the House reconvenes. Try again today at noon. And it's 6 o'clock today on this Friday morning in the nation's capital. Thank you so much for joining us on DC News Now. I'm Shanika Grimshaw in for Corey James.
Good morning. I'm Tanaya Wright. We do want to get right to meteorologist Jackie Layer with a check on our Friday and our weekend forecast. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Shanika, as well as Tanaya. Temperatures out there this morning a little bit cooler in comparison to yesterday morning. We're upper 40s right now in the district. This was one of the warmer spots on the map. Back over towards the west, starting off low to mid 40s, even upper 30s currently in Frederick. And we're noticing that breeze as well, that wind coming in mainly out of the south and west between 5 to 15 miles per hour. But that breeze mainly back out towards the west, closer towards the district, not really seeing too much in that wind. However, later on today, we'll certainly notice that wind picking up all across the region. And we'll also notice a bit of that wind chill, too. We're noticing the wind chill out there right now. Feeling like we're into the upper 30s to right about 40 back over towards the west, or at least west of the district. Radar right now, noticing this trough moving through, and that's picking up a little bit of that precipitation, just a little bit of those sprinkles. And that was off towards the four-state region right now. Hagerstown could be seeing some light sprinkles at this point. But for the kids at the bus stop, this morning temperatures will be varying into the 40s. We'll see those mainly cloudy skies through much of the morning. However, later on this afternoon, we'll see some emerging sunshine, highs right around 50. Shanika's here with a look at traffic. How's it looking on this Friday morning?
All right, well, we're looking at Virginia. You're looking okay. Inner and outer loop right near Braddock Road. So in McLean, just watch for some ramp restrictions. That's right near 267 Dulles Toll Road. If you're in Laurel, still watch for this crash taking the left shoulder. This is on 95 heading south. That's right past 198. Other than that, if you're in Accokeek, 373, that's Accokeek Road near Livingston. Watch for another crash, slowing things down.
Advised they're trying to breach and get into the Capitol.
42. We're about 5 miles out. We're trying to make our way through all this. We lost the line. We lost the line. All MPDs get back. All MPDs get back up to the upper deck.
Our Lex Juarez was at the Capitol on January 6th, 2 years ago, covering this all. She joins us now live outside of the Capitol this morning. And Lex, it has been a long 2 years.
Yeah, that's right, and a lot has happened in those 2 years, and it's still ongoing. Investigations currently still happening, and lawsuits that are being served even up through this week. But for the people who work and live right here, it's a lot of healing still left to be done. And elections are actually a trigger point for many people now who fear that we will see the same chaos every time there's a transfer of power. Well, taking it back 2 years ago, we remember protesters marched up the National Mall, walked through and over barriers around the Capitol, and many turned violent. Over multiple investigations, people have blamed it on getting caught up in the moment. But one thing has been made clear: there will be consequences. And people are still being tried and sentenced in court, and investigations are ongoing. Capitol police officers, other first responders, elected officials, and their staff, and the people who live right here in Capitol Hill are all still healing. Hear from this former D.C. police officer who actually expressed what he's hoping for from our elected officials moving forward.
You have this job because you promised to represent the people. We, the people, are calling on you to condemn political violence. As you take on your new roles, I will be watching and waiting for public statements from each and every one of you to do just that. Enough is enough.
Well, Capitol Police Chief Tom Manger actually put out a statement on Monday where he detailed the multiple ways he says that the U.S. Capitol Police haven't made improvements since January 6th of 2021. Now, that includes changes in leadership as well as preparations for big events, more of those preparations, and establishing stronger relationships with other agencies. And I think that that one is a huge one, as we all know that other outside agencies such as DC Fire and EMS and the Metropolitan Police Department were key on that day in making sure that the Capitol was taken back under control.
And Lex, today President Biden is holding a special event for election officials.
Yeah, that's right. He is. Though later today, he will be giving out the Presidential Citizens Medal to a dozen people who fought against those efforts to overturn the 2020 election results. This is one of the highest honors that a civilian can get in our nation here. Live at the Capitol, I'm Lex Juarez, DC News Now.
All right, thank you, Lex. In 2 years now since the attack, Republicans have reclaimed a slight majority in the House. But after 11 failed votes over 3 days, they're still at a stalemate over who should become the next speaker.
The House adjourned last night after that 11th vote. Washington correspondent Jesse Turnur has the latest.
A speaker has not been elected.
A core group of conservative Republicans continued their crusade Thursday to keep Kevin McCarthy out of the House Speaker's chair. Florida Republican Matt Gaetz even threw another name into the mix.
Donald John Trump.
Colorado Republican Lauren Boebert said McCarthy still hasn't budged on their demands to change House rules to give rank-and-file members more power.
It was never a personal issue. There is a trust issue for sure.
But McCarthy supporters like Illinois Republican Darren LaHood were more optimistic.
It does look a little dysfunctional and unorganized, but I think we're making progress.
Still, lawmakers from both parties, including Kentucky Republican James Comer, made it clear they're itching to get to work.
Let's focus on policy.
Without a speaker, the chamber cannot swear in new members, organize committees, or consider legislation.
We have to look at this for the outrage and the danger that it is.
Massachusetts Democrat Catherine Clark stressed this process hurts the American people as a whole by preventing lawmakers from setting up offices in their home districts and receiving important intelligence briefings.
It is just a matter of luck at this point that there is not something we miss.
But President Biden and Vice President Harris took a more lighthearted approach to the situation Thursday.
Following with great, how can I say it? Attention.
And lawmakers were hoping to wrap up this process ahead of tomorrow's anniversary of the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol. In Washington, I'm Jesse Turnur.
And as Republican efforts to elect a House Speaker, local officials right here in the district are facing some of the consequences.
That's right. D.C. leaders are not able to approve their own legislation because it is not a state. And the time is running out for more than 50 pieces of legislation that have already been approved by the council. The delay is frustrating council members who say this is hurting the people.
If they don't get their leadership together and start the clock on this congressional period, then we'll have to start introducing emergency legislation just to keep our bills in the queue. And these include things like eviction prevention. They include things like benefits for children in foster care, voting rights for immigrant residents.
43 more bills will wait for congressional approval once they are returned from the mayor.
Developing now, we're learning more about the 20-year-old who police say shot 5 people in Prince William County this week. One of them, a 3-year-old who died. As DC News Now's Max Marcilla explains, the suspect was actually a wanted man before he allegedly pulled the trigger Wednesday.
Family does have priors. He's on the run from previous charges. Unsure what charges those are.
Less than an hour after police arrived to the shooting scene here in Dumfries on Wednesday, they were given a tip. Someone saying the shooter was 20-year-old Kenyatta Oglesby, and he was already a wanted man. Sounds of gunshots captured by a neighbor's Ring camera give new insight into the grim crime.
It was pretty bad. I mean, honestly, I was shaking. I didn't know if should I hold it or should I do this?
But court records from the district revealed details about past run-ins with the law. Back in October of 2021, police arrested Oglesby for unlawful possession of a firearm. This affidavit from the arresting MPD officer shows the then 18-year-old had a ghost gun that was fully functional and and operational. But after accepting a guilty plea in May, records show Oglesby never showed up for an October hearing, and this warrant for his arrest was filed. In fact, he was on D.C.'s active warrant list when this week's shooting happened. But tonight, a family is grieving, mourning Journey, the 3-year-old killed. According to a friend of the family, the 4 others who police say have serious injuries are still in the ICU with a long road ahead.
Now, a friend of the family is asking anyone to help out the family financially, saying the children lost their mom last year, and the money will go towards the family's medical costs and Journey's memorial.
Your time right now is 6:09 this morning. Covering Prince George's County, the school system's top officer is announcing her retirement after 5 years leading Maryland's second-largest school system. Monica Goldson says she will retire at the end of the school year. Goldson took over as interim CEO in July of 2018. She was made permanent leader later that year. Goldson previously served as the deputy superintendent for teaching and learning. She titled her announcement, quote, "My Next Journey," in which she noted division on the county school board. She says it has blocked progress for the school system, adding that it is another example of the board's inability to work together in the best interest of students.
A Fairfax County daycare worker is facing an assault charge after reportedly taping an 18-month-old child to a chair in December. An employee at the Little Oaks Montessori Academy saw Wessel Wudabusa restrain a child back in early December, according to police. Now, the employee then told their coworkers in Child Protective Services that Abusia was arrested on January 4th and released on bond. Fairfax County Police are asking anyone with more information to call their Major Crimes Bureau.